Hi class! So today I will be discussing the different data types related to business data. So our lecture this week tells us that information systems operate with data, and this data may represent business transactions, clients, employees, business processes, and many other things. So the data types that I will be talking about today include primitive, collections, and objects. It is mentioned that in general, models with multiple data types as outputs have more structurally identifiable parameters than they did of other models with a single data type as an output. So primitive data types are the most basic data types, as other data types are constructed from them. Primitive data types are also used to store single values and are widely used as they are efficient for memory storage. So the article, How Do Programmers Express High-Level Concepts Using Primitive Data Types, discusses that while relying too much on primitive data types is sometimes criticized as a bad smell, it is still a common practice among programmers. So some examples of primitive data types include numbers, and these can be integers, floats, and doubles. There is also text, which can be strings or boolean, and then there are dates and time, which include timestamps and date time. So primitive data types are commonly used to store business data such as customer names, addresses, product information, and transactional information. For example, a string data type can be used to store a customer's name, while a float data type can be used to store the price of a product. And then another example is that a date entry can store the date of a contract, and a number entry can store the amount of money a customer has spent on a product. So there are also collections, and a collection is a data type which can be a group of items. So collections are often used to store business information such as product inventory, transactional records, and customer information. So an example of collection data types include list, arrays, and tables. Within this, there can be arrays which store multiple values of the same data type. And arrays are a specific size and they cannot be increased or decreased, whereas collections have the ability to grow. For example, a collection can store a list of customer orders and the corresponding price. And then another example would be a list of the data type that can be used to store all of the customer contact information. And then the table data type can be used to store the inventory of the product in a warehouse. So objects are a type of data structure that store multiple related values of different data types in a structured way. So these data types are often used to store complex business data, such as the customer profiles, the employee information, and the product specification. So for example, in a business application, an object might store contact information like name, address, phone number, or an email. This can be used to store or keep track of just the customer interactions. And then objects can also be used to store more complex data such as product information, pricing, inventory data, and sales data. Thank you.